everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own OG iBloom Booty Peach squishy. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make the pink one, and I'm also going to show you how to make the packaging. But of course, you can always make the yellow one if you like, and here is mine. It's not as squishy as the original iBloom Peach, but I would say that it looks very much like it. The materials you'll need are a crush ball. And you want to make sure that the base of your crush ball is white, and you can check that by pulling the seam apart, and as you can see here, it's white inside. And the squishier your crush ball is, the squishier your peach will be, so I recommend using your squishiest one. You'll also need scissors, a marker, red, white, green, and brown puffy paint, and you'll also need one of these foam wraps that you can find in a grocery store. And finally some gloves, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to use a sandwich bag. First thing you want to do is to skin the crush ball, or basically I'm just going to cut off the outside layer. You want to avoid cutting off large chunks. Instead, you just want to cut off very thin pieces, kind of like skinning a potato. So here's the crush ball, all nice and naked, and now we can start shaping. So I'm going to take my marker and mark a dot on a ball, and this is going to be the tip of the peach. So what I'm going to do is cut off some chunks around that dot, and you want to shape it into like a mountain shape, kind of like this one right here. And here I'm just going back to round off any harsh edges. So as you can see here, the sides are starting to peek out, and you don't want that, so I'm just going to go ahead and trim that off. So the bottom is all done now, and what's left to do is the top. In my opinion, the top is way too round, so I'm just going to flatten it. So we're almost done shaping here. All there's left to do is the butt crack. So here I'm just looking for the most perfect side of the peach. With my marker, I'm going to draw a straight line just a little bit more than halfway down the peach. Then with the tip of my scissors, I'm going to cut along the line. Right here, I just pulled the crack apart a little bit, and I'm going to cut the edges. And once again, I'm going to round off any harsh edges. So here's the peach after all the shaping, and now it's time for paint. So here I mixed together some red and white puffy paint. You can also use pink puffy paint if you have that. Here I added in a tiny bit of orange to make it like a warm pink tone. Here I have a darker shade of pink, and on camera it looks kind of the same, but in real life it looks a lot more obvious. Here I'm just blending that in with my fingers. And you want to do the same thing to the tip. Here I just painted the stem with some brown puffy paint, and the leaf with some green puffy paint. Here's what it looks like after it dries, and now I'm going to put the piece of foam around it. So the foam I have here is a little too large for the peach, so I'm just going to cut off a little portion of it and tape it back together. And now I'm going to fold it in half like so. And now just fit the peach inside. Now we're going to package it. You will need the peach, gold, orange, and red paint, and you don't have to use puffy paint like I did. You will need white cardstock, scissors, an X-Acto knife, and please excuse my very messed up paintbrush. You will need some plastic packaging, and finally some pens. First, I'm going to cut my cardstock into an 11 by 11 centimeter square, and I'm also going to round off the edges. In the center, I drew a shape of a peach, and this is about 7 by 6.5 centimeters. I'm going to cut out the shape with an X-Acto knife, and if you're not comfortable using a knife, you can always ask an adult to help you with it. Here I'm just checking to make sure that the peach fits. To color the cardstock, I mixed together some gold and orange paint, and I also mixed in some red, but I did not film it on camera. So it should be a copper-ish color like this, and now I'm going to go ahead and paint the cardstock. After it dried, I painted on the words "I love peach," and on the bottom I also wrote iBloom. Here I'm just adding on some of the details on the back. Now I'm going to assemble everything together. Here's the finished squishy, and I really like how it turned out. And it's also pretty squishy. It's not as squishy as the real one, of course, but I think that it looks very similar to the real thing. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching, and please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you also make this, please be sure to share it with me through YouTube or Instagram. And without further talking, I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye!